Uh, okay. So you can see the
Wasted.
structure. Yeah. You can see the structure at London Open here. This overnight high, overnight low. Okay. And we draw this channel here. Spring. We have we have what here? MSOS, major sign of weak strength at this here. And here at this point, what do we have? You know already. The downtrend here. What do we have here? MSOW, right? Major sign of weakness. Got it?
Yep.
And we know that which one has more greater strength. The bias here was what? The bias here was bearish. The overall bias, the major bias was bearish between high and low, right? And you can see that the selling has much more greater power. You can see much more greater power than buying. Can you see?
Yeah.
Because of the bias, because the long-term bias, the long-term bias is bearish. And now we have a whole this big trade, right? Now we go to the last one on 15-minute time frame. Okay, the last part here, 15 July, London Open was where? Here. Okay, London Open. And what do we see? Can you tell me the overnight low and high? 3 a.m. your time would be overnight. Is the starting point of overnight session. This one here, right? The highest point is this one. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, we draw this here. And the lowest point, this is a developing low. So obviously the last one was this one. This one. Right?
Yeah.
Why we did not take this? Because this is a developing low. We don't know when this low will complete. Got it? So this is the overnight high and overnight low. And now, can you define the structure here? What do we notice here at this point in the background here? This is by selling climax and oversold. If you draw the trend channel from here to here, you will see that it's actually oversold. Right?
Yeah.
Oversold. Oversold, buying climax, test of spring. And now the price is what? The price is now makes a higher high and the price is going in an uptrend, right? And the price also breaks through this channel. And during this range, this is what? If this is MSOW, then this range becomes what? This between overnight high and low.
Wait,
Redistribution. Redistribution.
MSOS, right?
Yeah. Sorry. I will correct it now. Okay. This becomes redistribution, right? Because this is jump across the creek. And I told you after jump across the creek, what do we see? We have first JAC. Yeah, reaccumulation. This is reaccumulation. Correct. Right after JAC, this is reaccumulation. And now we know the bias. What is the bias between overnight high and low? And at the London Open, between overnight high and low, the bias is bullish because this reaccumulation structure, right?
Yeah.
Right. And at London Open, right over here, we are near what? We are at overnight low. So obviously the bias would be bullish. Make sense?
Yeah.
Very easy. Okay. So the London Open was here, right? And we see that this London Open, this is a redistribution structure, reaccumulation structure. And we can also draw the channel if you want, right? If this is the first high, and if you want to draw the channel here from here to here, you can draw. And we can also see that the price becomes oversold here, right? But why we will not draw the structure from here, this whole? Why will not draw from here? Because we have to wait for the London Open. What is the London Open was right over here. So obviously this is what? the price came down, overbought, tested it out. But the test was what? The test was on a, you see here, the test was on a higher volume. Am I right? Or equal volume. So I told you, whenever the test is on higher volume, it requires what? It requires retesting. So we can draw the line here again. It requires retesting here. And this becomes selling climax. This becomes AR. Okay. This becomes secondary test. This becomes what? Of the secondary test. This secondary test has a spring characteristics, right?
Yeah.
Spring. Okay. And this one is, would be test of spring, right?
Yeah.
Okay, as this test of spring, and this is the point where learner actually open. Okay, the price just immediately reversed, and now we can go to the 3-minute time frame, and we can point out the much more accurate entry. Let's see if we can see the accurate entry. Here is the London Open. The price went up, right? London Open, test of spring, and then the price came back and retested this region again. What do we see here? No. This is the exact setup which you took, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is no supply. So yeah, your almost every setup is correct. So we will place our low here, and now our high would be this one. Obviously, this last major high was this one, right? Got it? These are huge trades, but I will close it at 2R. Got it? And now what happened? The price breaks through it, makes a huge progressive low. Okay. And now what happened? Right? The price just broke this channel. We call it as what? JAC. Now we also have this AR over here. This is JAC. This whole move is JAC. Am I right? This is J of C of AR, and this is also J of C of this one, right? And the price will come back and test this region here. But there is nothing usual about it. You can see the price is coming down. You say, what is the test here? Can you take this trade?
No.
Why? Because normally the bar is very huge here, right? For no supply, we need, or no demand, we need a small bar, not a huge bar, right? And here the price came down, and they both are same spread and almost same volume. Nothing is increased, so there's no effortless no result. But here we have a small spread bar, and we have effortless no result here, and we came back and test this region, right? This region of MSOW, this whole region. Got it? And now we can re-enter here again if you wish to. And obviously our take profit would be to the upside, right? 2R, 3R, whatever you take. Got it? Our last profit would be ultimate this high. This high. You can take this high as a profit. Okay. Or you can also take this high as a profit. The price will go up to the end of this one. And as you know, as the price, now this is a bullish structure, right? We don't know whether there is a bullish structure or not, right? But overall, for the whole day, the bias would be bullish. Why? Because of this, the accumulation structure. Got it? We know that already. Now, if we want, after this, our first higher low was detected here, we can draw this trade here. Sorry. What do we notice here at this overnight high? Sorry, at this high of this one. Overbought, right? And this overbought, the price came back and again tested this region, right? You see, the price keeps on coming back and test this MSOW region. Can you see?
Yes.
Yeah, so you see, so we have multiple trading opportunity. This is, yes, is this overbought? Yes. Why do you think it's an overbought? Because the price is going up and up and up, right? And the price has this structure, all right? And there is a little bit, you see there are small ranges, and then there's sudden increase in bars. Volume is also increased, you can see from here. And the price came back and tested this increase in volume right over here at a no demand, right? We can just take this trade, take a stop loss right over here, and a last major low, as you know, this was this one test here. So I think the AR was here. AR is here, right? This is AR. This we can. This is our first reference point. This is second reference point. We can take this trade. Got it?
Yeah.
If you take this region, it will take a lot of time to react. You know, it took a lot of time. You can see. But if you take this first stage, this we made 3.3 R, and we are done with the trade. Okay. And now once the price tests this region again, what do we see? We are testing this region here again. And the volume here is very, very huge. Can you see? The volume compared to this testing here, this oversold and selling climax. And here, the testing volume is much higher. So this needs to be retested. The price goes up again. And what do we see here? The price retested this region here, higher low, and is testing this AR line. Okay. And what happens? Effort versus no result. Am I right?
Yeah, correct.
Effort is no result. Now, of course, what you can do, our last major low, as we draw the structure from here to here, we know that this was our last major low, right? As I told you before in the past, right? From the overnight high. The overnight high was at 3 a.m. your time, which is, I think, here. And this was the last major low, right? Right? This is overnight high. And of course, if you're taking this trade, you can target this overnight high, this one. And this channel, within this channel, the price once again become what? What did it become? Overbought. And now once again, what you can do, you can take a short trade. I think you have taken all these trades, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So here, exit 4.36 hours. Okay. And now once again, what do we see here as we go down? Can you see? As we are coming down to test this region, here once again, what do we see? Shortening of thrust. We can draw this line, shortening of thrust like this. First test, second test, third test, and the price breaks through it. Test it. Can you see how after SOT and testing of this region, the price went up again? And the overall bias is bullish. You can see the bullish, okay, the bullish, what to say, the bullish move is much more greater than the bearish move. Can you see? Because the overall bias was bullish. Any confusion so far? And this exactly happens at what time? This exactly happens during the New York session. This one happens at the New York session. Okay. And this New York session was the testing of this region from the overnight, from the London session. Okay. And because this was a very high volume, it required retesting. So can you see how the bias from the London Open can also affect the New York Open? Okay. It's just an extension of it. You got it? Hello?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So all done now. So we finish this video now. Okay. Yeah. So you want more discussion? We can also do the webinar tomorrow and discuss more things. So far you are good now. So from next week we will start we'll do some testing now, back testing and risk management and placing the real trades on the back tester. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.